really not afraid. I'm considering making a bunch of short videos where I call out each individual political power or influential person, and name and shame the one that need to be shamed and praise the ones that should be praised. I'd probably even knight a few people. So, a part of my chapter that I've mentioned in a previous episode is, what is it that I would ask of you guys? Well, I would ask that you would participate in crafting paladins and nightingales. And of course, I'd have to explain what I mean by this. So, I'm going to explain to you the intentions that I have for the paladin. A paladin does not begin life as a warrior or necessarily a violent person. It doesn't necessarily begin as a peaceful person either. It could be anybody. But every single one of them begins life as somebody's son. A young lad watching the world degrade, learning how to cope with this experience that we all have. A paladin is a young boy who has felt the cold injustice of this world, or witnessed it upon his friends and not knowing what to do, if he can do anything, only to be told that if he asks questions, he is some kind of bigot. A paladin is someone that can see what other people will ignore willingly, because of the excuse, not my problem, so I won't do anything. I'm not involved, so why should I care? The paladin is the person that can see that and feel within themselves a sense of dishonor falling upon them, a cowardice that they can't quite shake off. The young men who will see something like a victim crying out for help, and you'll feel it on yourself, I should go and help. But then you'll say, I don't know how I can help, what I can offer. So you decide to move on a lot of the time. That means it was almost there. You have all the ingredients. It's on the structure of your substance already. The yearning of silenced men, that creates paladins in time. You take a man and you push him into a corner, he'll turn into a wild creature. But then, if you was to take that wild creature and say to him, rebellion is what you need to do to preserve truth, justice, and honor, that man then, that wild creature then rises, has the chance to become a champion for truth, as he is. The first ingredient of a paladin is someone whose soul is mourned and grieved by the direction of the things that they're seeing in the UK or across Europe. And they see this poisoning and mass extermination, and they think to themselves, I'm sorry I cannot do something to help you, or I don't know what I can do, otherwise I would. That's what a paladin is made from. Something that it's important to acknowledge as well. A paladin is not a creature of war. A paladin is a creature of self-sacrifice, of being willing to say, send me as kindling, so that nobody else, weaker than I, has to suffer. Because the posture of a paladin's heart is, Lord, have the enemy of your peace burn my hands, so that it doesn't have to burn the backs of children, or the weak, or the sick. For the men that have that on their heart, that is a paladin. It's a shame that everyone's fallen into this concept of it being a fictional quality. Even if so, fictional fact, why not make our own version? Paladins are people that take up personal creeds. Oaths. Oaths are a part of what a paladin's substance is. Not because your oath or your word means anything, because it doesn't. But something you would write on yourself and say, no matter what happens, this is a part of what I am. Not what I'm going to do, what I am. So, that's a paladin. I want to make those. So, if you're interested in learning how to become a paladin, I guess stick around, because that's what we're doing. And I'll discuss each piece, one small thing at a time, because I feel like if I was to read through all of this once, I'd have you sat here for 35-40 minutes just for the first bulk of information. So, I'm going to try and cut this up into bite-sized pieces, spread them out over a period of time. Stay close. May the Lord Jesus protect you.